Ah, my eyes. All right. All right. So as you guys can see, this is my first stream. Not particularly proud of it, but I got to work with what I have anyways. So I'm doing this mostly because if I find something interesting or something gets interesting passed to me, if you guys are watching this, I don't think I'm going to get any chatters, but if there's any chatters that come by, just note that I'm not ignoring you. The stream is just that delayed. I don't know how to get over that unless I pay for a higher connection speed, which I'm not going to. So, oh, hey, Neandra. All right, so I'm going to start by researching this ISWH stock that Millennial told me about, and if you guys don't know, there is or should be his as well as the place I hang out on down below, MartiniRita. Her Discord is phenomenal. Yeah, so let's get this started, and I'm gonna pull up the old Devin Ash tool here, and okay, so let's start. So what is ISWH? They are a, let's see, block quarry. I have you up on the big screen, Neandra, don't worry. It's just a little delayed. But, okay. Alright, so what is block quarry? Provides mining and hosting services in the digital currency space in North America. It uses blockchain infrastructure to convert unique identifiable assets into interchangeable digital assets such as Bitcoin and other fungible digital assets. The company was formerly known as ISWH Holdings and changed its name to Block Quarry Corp in August, so not too long ago. So let's see. They are a mining and hosting service in the digital currency space in North America. Uses buzzwords like blockchain infrastructure and unique identifiable assets into interchangeable digital assets. Bitcoin is another buzzword. Fungible digital assets. I can guarantee you there's probably going to be something like, oh, NFTs or something like that in a little bit, but okay. So that's what they are. They're essentially a mining and hosting service, and there was something that Millennial showed me was this is how he, I believe, found it. Bitmain partnership. There we go. That's what I was looking at. Okay. Just gotta check the stream really quickly. I'm not sure if it's actually working or not. Private. Come on. My god, it looks like a pixelate. Oh, it's on my mobile. Alright. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. I'm not that delayed then. I'm good. Alright, sweet. Okay, so this article talks about how ISWH will host 56,000 miners in recent partnership agreement with Bitmain. And to be honest, I know a little bit about Bitcoin mining, not a lot. I don't dub myself as an expert because I'm just too non-specialized in anything. But the way I'm looking at this is, the way it was described to me was that when you're a Bitcoin miner, it's an arms race. So whoever has the most hash rate basically wins, or has a higher probability of winning, because it's a set distribution for Bitcoin right now. And yeah, so if these guys don't have, like, let's look at one of their competitors, Mara hash rate. Hash rate growth. So they have 100,000 miners, which is 6%, 6.4% of the hash rate. Yeah, that fix the hashing. It's somewhere here. I have to find it later, but okay. So let's continue reading this first. So 5,600 miners paired with a 200 megawatt power pod city. So incurred production to handle 56k miners with a 200 megawatt facility by October 2022. So in a year from now, yes, I think it's very plausible they can build that. Over 10 mil a month. It's not contingent on currency prices. Cost the entire rollout, setup, and active machines using 200 megawatts would be a total of 62 million, or 6 million has already been paid, with the remainder 56 million. Obviously, you're going to keep mining because it's just going to be more profitable for you guys to do that while you're building this thing, obviously. It's currently mining with 700 miners, mix of Bitmain, Antminer, S17s, S19s, and Canaan Avalons. This miner's running about 5 years, blah blah, management 5. So this is a lease agreement. This looks like a lease. It's a lease. Okay, so I think it's a lease agreement. Alright. See what else they've done. So they did a stock buyback. That's particularly good. 92% of its debt. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, I hate this stock. But I guess Millennial sees something interesting. They were a wine and okay. I came across this yesterday, so this is kind of not a surprise to me. But let's see. So this is, from what I understand, this used to be a wine and spirits company, and they're now doing Bitcoin mining. Which, yeah, right here, right choice in beverage and wineries and distilleries. there are a lot of people that jump on a hype train for something like this, and how should I put this? It's a lot of buzzwords. It's a lot of hype. It's a lot of like Kodak, for example. Kodak of all companies said that they were going to go utilize blockchain technology, and that basically made their stock jump 20% on the day. But how are you going to use blockchain technology with their cameras, with their films and everything, right? Like that just makes no sense. And then they said they were starting to manufacture COVID vaccines, which is kind of even more strange because, again, they are a camera company. How are they able to do this? It's just like, I guess they do. All right. Let's see. Okay, so that's all they have right now. What is their given hash rate? I want to know that. Hash rate data and revenue. Okay, let's see what they have. Actually, can I get that extensions? There we go. Oh, okay, it is there. Oh, sweet. For those of you who probably are looking back, because I'm basically streaming myself right now, but those of you who are meticulously enough to look back on this, this is kind of a secret on how I stay focused and can get through a lot of filings really quickly. I have a text-to-speech reader. If it'll
Las Vegas, June 22, 2021. Globe Newswire, via InvestorWire, ICE Holdings, Inc. ISWH.
LAS Vegas, June 22nd, 2020. LAS Vegas, June 22nd, 2021. Globe Newswire, via InvestorWire, ISW Holdings, Inc. OTC, ISWH, ISW Holdings, or the company, a global brand management holdings company with commercial operations in telehealth and renewable energy cryptocurrency mining, is pleased to provide, along with Bit55 LLC, Bit55, an in-depth update on the company's progress as it continues to expand and optimize its cryptocurrency mining operations. ISW Holdings operates as a diversified holdings company with a current market cap of approximately $25 million, driven largely by the company's growing expertise in acquiring, launching, hosting and operating assets in the cryptocurrency and telehealth sectors, noted ISW Holdings President and Chairman Alonzo Pierce. Our partnership with Bit55 has provided us with a state-of-the-art POD5 infrastructure and the ability to develop efficient and expandable mining operations. We look forward to further expansion and optimization in this domain over the coming months. The company currently operates its mining equipment adjacent to powerful and efficient energy resources in Kennedale, Pennsylvania. Pierce added, "We continue to make huge progress, recently increasing our hash rate to 72,000, driving an expected $484.
All right, so mining profitability calculator. So, okay, 7,200 hash rate. So they're making about 22,000. Sorry, 22,000 a day, about 150K a week, and about $500,000 a month, which is, I mean, it's nothing to shun right now, and that's with like the power costs that I have listed here on the basic. They probably pay like a more reduced one, like it's probably like 0.06 cents or probably something cheaper, which doesn't make that much of a difference, but Oh yeah, no, 1,500. No, they're not drawing 1,500 watts. They're probably drawing something more significant, but this is just probably their just gross revenue right now. All right, guess that's it. So 700 miners, 7,200 terahashes, and they are looking to add megawatts, blah blah. All right, I'm probably gonna do something that's not in. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, so this is something I argued with Millennial because I thought that they meant that they're going to go up to 5,400 terahashes, and this is kind of conflicting because we just read here, increasing our hash rate to 700 terahashes, expecting a $500,000 monthly revenue, blah blah. But this thing, it says that it will add 5,600 miners, and it also says that the current hash rate is 36,000 with an upside of potentially 54. Now my question to this is it adding the 5,400 on top of the 70,000 they have right now, or am I mistaken? Because if that's the case, then this thing will go to plus 54, about 126,000 terahashes, which would bring them to about a mil a month, which isn't bad for a company like this. Blah blah. Again, this is brought into question. So one, our previous statement claims they had about 70k terahashes, and recent article states they will states they have about 36k terahashes and are adding 5,400k terahashes. All right, so there's that. So even if with that said, like they would still have about 90k. Again, I still, what was, I think Rita or someone saw this yesterday, but I think they said that this is probably a lease. But again, profit is profit at the end of the day, but I'm not 100% sold on this thing. Okay, so let's go and look at some of the boring stuff, which is their SEC filings, which they have none. All right, cool. All right, thanks for coming to the stream. Okay. Let's see what they have in Q1. All right, I'm gonna go ask for help for this thing. Hey, Rita.
Yeah.
ISWH, does it require it's OTC, but shouldn't they still have some form of filings for SEC through the SEC, or am I crazy?
Yeah. Why?
All right, because I was looking at Seeking Alpha, not Edgar, and it didn't show anything on their filings. I'm gonna go check that now. All right, thanks, Rita.
Mhm.
All right, I don't see it. SEC filings. Oh wait, that's probably what I messed up. Block. Can't find it. All right. Okay, SIG number is that. All right. Okay. Apparently it's not holding that then. That's weird. It's the same company. It is, but why is this not disclosing? Don't like that. Don't like this. All right. Time to ask for help again. Rita?
Yeah, I don't see it there.
Yeah, I don't see them. What?
The disclosures are there though on OTC. Here.
You're talking about ISWH?
Yeah. Here's the link.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking at an alternative website, not the official.
Yeah, well, there's the official one.
Okay. Sweet.
I fucking avoid anything OTC. You can
No,
find
I do
plenty
too.
of garbage on NASDAQ.
No, I agree.
Plenty of garbage.
No, I agree. I avoid OTC like the plague too, because, well, I've been caught in it because I lost my entire day on it because like the guy just didn't want to fill me, and they just decided to knock the stock in the opposite direction of me, so they knew I was caught.
Yep, that's what they do.
Funny part is that was actually the norm back in the day for the options pit. You would just call in and say like, "Hey, I want to get these options, these strikes, or whatever," and then they'd say, "Hold on, 1 second, please." It runs, and then they fill you at a erroneous price.
That's just mean.
And that's how things worked back in the day until technology kind of quashed that kind of tactic. Now they have to, instead of like going for a couple dozen pennies and stuff like that, they can only go for like a couple pennies now unless they widen the spread or some other shenanigans are afoot.
Was that affected? What time was that kind of affected, do you think? Was that a function of the flash crash?
What do you mean?
That eye of the tiger, baby.
What do you mean?
That tactic that you're talking about, you said it changed.
This is before electronic trading.
Yeah, okay. So just as a function of electronic trading coming online, so
Yeah.
not necessarily tied to the flash crash.
No, it's well, they were unable to do it when electronic trading became a thing because it was just they were getting like live quotes. Because back in the day they had to call in to get a quote and then execute the trade. There was none of this.
Oh, right.
Click and touch thing. So
so you're calling the guy on the floor, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
you're literally calling the market maker, the specialist, or whoever your broker dealer is, and then they give you a quote, and then you say, okay, well, either like you want to buy, sell, whatever, or you can just say like nothing done and just end the call there. But generally, that's the way to do it. I remember when I was in college or stuff like this. This is when.
Oh my god!
What?
Look at SVRT. It went nuclear and just
came out.
halted.
I was going to say, news just came out.
What was the news?
Stockholders approved merger for the SPAC.
Oh my god! And it just died?
I literally just pulled it up right as you said it was halted. I was going to say, and SPRT is halted. And you said, you got me.
But Rita,
I
why would this go down?
You.
But Rita,
because it's buy the rumors, sell the news. It's so easy. God, it's so easy. It's like every fucking time. And I can't convince Millennial to fucking understand that. No, it's going to be great. It's going to go to 20. And you're like, what the fuck, Millennial?
are only the beam stocks up, or?
I don't know.
I took a morning YOLO this morning. It was like only $20, like on AMC, but I was essentially late to the party. I wonder if there's any other YOLOs for today, but
like that's a different game. I would love to see. I would love to see Rita do the math one day on the after the fact. Like, here's the play that happens when you're not in the play.
What do you mean? What?
Just because the redemption, right? Because we always talk about. He always mentions how he's late to the getting in and whatnot. His timing, right? The timing.
Yeah, I know my timing sucks. Okay, chill. Rita described it the most aptly, where it's like,
you're like the dude. You're like the. Wait, are you still on stream?
Yeah.
Where are you streaming on?
YouTube.
I'm gonna ruin your advertiser score if I say this.
Honestly, I don't really have a great one, anyways. But it was actually kind of cool because Neandra was the first one that just kind of popped in, said hi and everything too.
Good. But you're ruining my DJ day because I want to say this joke real
okay.
bad. Can I say it?
I'm going back to my.
Can I say it?
I'm going back to my hole so I can finish this, and I can come back and show you some real dog shit.
You're going back to your hole.
Yeah, down below, like the other thing I was a part of, where I'm always last in line there. But
okay. You mean you're behind and in a hole?
Is the basement flooding? Get out.
Read it. You're trying too hard right now. Okay, I'm just gonna say you're trying way too hard.
Oh, this shit's easy with you.
This is how I can't focus. Okay.
That's what I say.
We know your timing's off. We know that.
Oh, God. All right, I'm going back down there. I'll see you. I can't even move my channel up. God damn it. All right, whatever. Let's see. Okay, so I just so it has about 200 million authorized shares. They currently have about 66 million shares, 67 blah blah outstanding, and there's about 15 mil out in the public. So they hold about half of that. Debt conversion is just a thing I care about. I am so tilted trying to read that, but okay. It's just water. And this is a so I'm researching ISWH right now. It was a stock that Millennial found. It linked down below. He's also down there too. I'm just doing some research on this garbage because it's an OTC stock that was a beverage company, and all of a sudden they're saying, "Oh, we're starting to Bitcoin mine right now." And I'm reading some conflicting statements where it was originally saying that they had about 70,000 terahashes, and then the recent article that came out said that they had only about 36,000, and they're about to get another 54,000, which doesn't make any sense. Yes, it is special water in a box. I might have stolen this from work, but you know, when they're spoiling you, why not, right? But yeah, so I honestly don't see anything interesting on this thing. Long chain iced tea. It just doesn't make any sense to me, Smith. So the weird thing about this though is that I think this was kind of like a hype pump and dump situation, because if you're old enough to remember, I mentioned earlier, like Kodak. Kodak initially mentioned that they were getting into blockchain technology, and they jumped like 20% on the day just through that mention because of all the hype and everything, right? And what had happened recently was that they said they were starting to manufacture certain vaccines. As of like earlier this year or the year prior to that, they were getting to vaccine manufacturing, which is again extremely strange. Although even with that said, though, I think that they have the facilities to do it because they're mostly a camera company. Let's face it, but they work with a lot of chemicals and stuff like that. So, you know, who am I to judge, right? And currently, they jumped off of that. They jumped significantly off of that because all the other competitors, like, it was a huge buzzword, and that's what gets people excited about certain stocks, especially people with a lot of like money free from the government. Yeah, they were getting to. It's crazy. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really see anything interesting about this company. Honestly, like, I could be totally missing the entire point of this company and stuff like that, and that's fine. I see this as currently, right now, I don't see them of any substance. I've seen you before, Smith. So I think that like my personal thing is that I liked Hut because they are currently mining. They're very transparent with their hash rate and everything. This company showed me showed me one hash rate, and then I read about another hash rate later. Just makes no sense to me. That's why I'm called myself the non-professional exiled former institutional trader. So funny part is we never did any of this stuff at my old institution because they were all day trading. So let's see. I'm guessing you're I don't. You have an ASIC, or I'm guessing. Are you? I'm guessing you have an ASIC, right? Or a like. I don't think that's a graphics card unless you have like a whole bunch of them. I could be mistaken. I haven't really touched mining in a while. Oh, it's okay. So I guess it is graphics card. An ASIC is a application specific integrated something or whether, but oh, ASIC. I was actually gonna get this thing just as a hobbyist miner, but they're not in stock right now. Like this thing is about $700, $800, and then if you get their custom power supply, it's like another $200 on top of it, which I honestly don't necessarily think I'll need because from what I've read, it says that you can just use any sort of power supply as long as it's not 6-pin. But honestly, I'm not going to take that chance. I'm probably just going to like grab this and the custom supply that they have here, which can support up to 4 boxes, but we'll see. Company began providing hosting and mining services for crypto operations. What miner? I'll sell you best miner directly from factory. Yo, my cousin is in China. He probably could walk up to the factory, but even he tells me to just not go with that because I've ordered stuff from AliExpress, Alibaba before. The returns are not that friendly going back into China. It's great if you're sending stuff out from China, but the shipping rates are absolutely bonkers here and there. Sorry, mostly here. There it's fine. Like they're crazy low because they're mostly an export country, and it's just the problem with our local deliveries because with all the union stuff like that, it just costs too much to send stuff to people. Unless you live in the States, then you're great. But if you ever tried to ship anything in Canada, it's expensive, like to say the least. Okay, so property and equipment valued at cost. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So they're adding their property and equipment, which is their miners, into the company's balance sheets. The weird thing I found about miners when I was looking at them was that like an old Antminer L3 back in the day was like they were trying to get rid of it. It was like a giant paperweight when Bitcoin crashed. But now Pre-owned $700. Jesus Christ, a couple thousand. Yeah, these miners, like these L3 miners and stuff like that, they were being essentially like given to people. Like they were just worthless. But now that Bitcoin's kind of shot back up, everybody's just going crazy for just anything Bitcoin. Like they're just going absolutely nuts with it. And you get some of these things that are just like super. There's like a huge premium. Like the gold shell one that I looked at earlier, like all the miners are apparently risen in value with it too. Mini Doge. So let's see, about $1,600. So that's about $1,200. Oh, sorry, $1,300 US. When this unit is only supposed to cost about. Oh, this should be directly from China too. This unit's only supposed to cost about $700 to $800, and even with the conversion rates, like that's quite a premium. That's over a 50% premium on top of this, and I would imagine what was it? I think it was 12% or something like that, but it could be lower. I'm just gonna say 10 just for easy math's sake, but let's say 10% off eBay fees and their other transactions, stuff like that. Shipping is literally nothing to them because they're coming from China, but a 40% markup on this thing, on top of what the company that is directly selling this for, obviously these are resellers, that's kind of odd, and that's also kind of crazy because with the chip shortage out there, I don't believe that they're making a lot of miners too soon. Sorry, I just saw that, Smith. So shipping is cheap. Just send it to Korea, then use sled dogs and go over the Bering Sea. And then down in California, then UPS the next day deliver. I literally cannot find anything good to say about this company other than it's just hype. Something I just looked at and guessing. Yeah, just looked at earlier. Looked at that earlier. No, I looked at that earlier. No. Well, I don't have much to go on, so I will go to. Let's see, am I logged in here? No, I'm not. Is it not listed, or am I just because it's not because I'm logged in? Also, I'm pretty sure that was you, but thank you for the likes, man. Okay, yeah, it's because I'm not logged in. Let's see. For months, Brett Rosen scanner is 20 cents in a few months. I'm not a fan of this type of technicals because that's objective. Don't be fooled by handles forming. Undervalued crypto play. Oh, okay. Let's see. Boost my volume. I'm hoping this works. Is this good or? Testing. Oops. I have to adjust this later, but alright. Yeah, it's crashing right now. But this isn't really a day play, that's the problem. Actually, I think that's a good question to ask. I don't think they're holding anything. I don't think they're holding Bitcoin. No mention of what they're doing with the Bitcoin.
Cryptocurrency mining, where banks of specialized computers rush to solve complex algorithms and build data blocks of transaction activity on the blockchain. Terran cryptocurrency.
From
the outset, China kept a stranglehold on the market owing to abundant and cheap energy, including in the coal plant hubs of Inner Mongolia and Xinjiang, resulting in more than half of the world's mining activity occurring in the country.
Yeah, that tells me nothing.
From the outset, China kept a stranglehold on.
Okay, let's look at who they work with. Bit5. So these guys are infrastructure builders. I don't think they're publicly traded. USB. Oh god, I remember USB miners. 4 times as large. I don't know much about this company. They seem to just be setting up the infrastructure for the deals. So that would actually that would make sense, because if these guys are setting up the infrastructure for all the power deals and all that sort of stuff, and these guys are buying the miners, but I didn't see anything about them mentioning this as their in their holdings. Oh, okay. Why would Bitmain give these guys an exclusive partnership? Well, actually, I don't even think that's exclusive. That is a big question there. So, why would Bitmain grant partnership? Is it because they don't care? What about the other mining companies that more well established hash rates? So far, I'm not convinced on this thing. Again, like, I'm more in disclosure. I have a stake in this company as well. I think Hut's the better play in between these two. This thing looks like it was a hype play when the news broke, but I honestly don't see this. I don't even think it's gonna. Oh no, it doesn't. It's not on the thing, but yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a lot of things are adding up, and the thing I don't like about this is that I think it's because they don't really own a lot of their infrastructure. If they own the infrastructure, or really at least, actually no, sorry, that's not fair to say. Hut doesn't really own their infrastructure for the most part. They don't own the thing. It's a co-op partnership with Validus. This one is just having a similar thing, but in Florida. Now, with my question of that is, I know Florida gets hot, but the question on top of that is like, okay, well, these look like they're. I'm gonna see if it's. Ugh. I'm stealing this joke from Rita, but this rendering reminds me of Nicola. Not saying this is Nicola, but it just reminds me a lot of Nicola right now. Daily potential. Not confirmed. Okay, so on their website it's stating even lower amounts. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so this is a projection. Clean renewable energy has all the buzzwords there. Okay. This thing does. I'm going off personal feeling on this, but this thing feels like it doesn't have a lot of substance. Like this is just kind of half thought out, and honestly, like I don't feel very compelled to do much research on beyond this because like I feel like I've already encompassed most of what I need to know in this thing. Like, oh yeah, so forgot to add that in. They were a beverage and spirits holding company, and suddenly they're getting into coin mining. The buzzwords are all here and even highlighted. Like, look, Bitcoin, blockchain, block quarry, data centers, blah blah. This is their news and stuff. That Bit5. Yeah.
Pierce added, we continue to make huge progress, recently increasing our hash rate to 72,000, driving an expected $484 in monthly revenue for over $5.8 million annually through the Bitmain Antminer S17 fleet we already have online and working. As we continue to maximize our hash rate, we should see a reduction in proportional direct costs. Naturally, we continue to lean on Robert and Bit5 for expertise and support in translating our investment in this process into growing value. Bit5 is North America's largest provider of collective management services and mining equipment, along with ISWH, offering a turnkey solution for delivering cost-efficient and reliable hosting, distribution of mining equipment, complete facility management and mining pool operations and projects to be announced. Robert Colazzo of Bit5 commented, due to our strong partnership, ISW Holdings will continue to benefit from 24/7 technician support to handle monitoring, troubleshooting, upgrades, firmware management, and more. Bit5 is excited to have the opportunity to provide our wealth of experience in managing Bitcoin mining farms across the U.S. and internationally, and we look forward to achieving great success together. ISW Holdings and Bit5 also look forward to new emerging growth opportunities related to acquisitions and potential partnerships, as well as opportunities that may stem from participation at the Mining Disrupt Expo and Conference in Miami on July.
This speaks more about Bit5 than ISWH. Institutional holdings, ISWH. See if there's anybody even holding this garbage. Nope. I don't really see it. Oh wait, no, it's OTC. Doesn't have to. Actually, will it have it? Nope. So no institutions want to touch this thing. There's no insider activity. I don't think this has an OTC variant to it, but I could be wrong. I mean, it's saying that it has 47% short, but it's OTC, so I don't even think this is going to be like a meme short play that everybody's trying to project over right now. Yeah, I have nothing. I think I'm just gonna label this as like no, just no. Not touching this with my portfolio. I don't care if this goes up to like $2, $3, $4, $5. It's not worth it. I don't see the substance with this thing, and for stuff like tech, it's kind of risky because yes, you could be wrong, and that it's actually a lot more than what you can see right now. But I don't see it right now. There's nothing. There's too much unknown here. All right, well, I wanted to keep the stream short, but thanks for those who showed up. Shout out to you, Jay Smith, and Leandra as well. You're an OG. But yeah, I think I'm gonna, call it here. My final assessment of this is that it's probably not a great stock to get into. I can't tell you exactly what to do, but if you were to do it, obviously, I encourage to find nuance in stuff like that. Stuff that other people don't see in it. Most of the stuff I do does not make sense to a lot of people because it's either market mechanics or I'm following some type of smart money. But oh, you're still here. What's up, Leandro? But yeah, I don't really like this play at all, and this isn't even the worst one I came across yesterday. But I might make a video depending on what legal says further down the line, but for the most part, I don't think it's worth it to even mention that stock. But yeah, I am going to call it here. Just a quick short stream. I was just going to do some quick DD on the weekend. I figured might as well just stream it anyways because this is probably going to go in the video. But yeah, I'm comfy with HUT right now, and that's all I'm going to take for now because with the rent moratoriums coming up and unemployment running out around this month, it's a mad panic. So obviously, investing before an IPO, yeah. I want to leave it a good note and say that with the current environment out there, it's a worker's market. So obviously brush up on your negotiation skills, like know your value, know your worth, obviously. But if it's a better deal than what you've seen before, I would encourage you to kind of like take it just to have something in between, just to have money securely coming in through. When the moratoriums come up and rent and everything, and when the Fed starts tapering, I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I've made so many sort of forward predictions, and I think that it's important for people to have like a steady source of income or to essentially garner skills right now. But YOLOing into BTC right now might not be the best idea. Again, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying that work within stuff that is within. I'd say work within your realm of expertise. Like I don't know anything about like being an electrician or anything like that because that's too specialized. But I just it's not part of my expertise. Reading stuff like this is part of my expertise, so that's why I'm doing stuff like this. But I like working. I grew up in that type of environment. But I'm rambling at this point, so I can meet the hour mark, which I'm not going to meet. But I'm just gonna end it here. But thanks for coming by, and thanks for those who liked and subscribed and stuff like that, and chatting. It's nice to have interaction instead of me just like reading this like in a dark corner in my house here. So yeah, all right.